Raider Nation, what is going on? Coming to you guys tonight now that free agency is pretty much wrapped up and we have our eyes on the draft. Mike Mayock and John Gruden, they're locked in. We know we have the bones, right? We just need a few more pieces left, and now we can start looking forward to how we're going to top this roster off in the draft. And that's going to be with what we all hope and what we all very much assume is going to be pretty much our first pick, or one of our first round picks, either number 12 or number 19. One of those picks is going to be a stud wide receiver, and really in this class, I mean, it's separated. A lot of people say 2. Now it's kind of 3 after some speed jumped into this, but it's going to be between CeeDee Lamb, Jeudy, and Henry Ruggs. We got Oklahoma and 2 Alabama guys here. These are going to be the 3 that everybody pays attention to, and in my opinion, going to be one of the 3 that is going to be a Las Vegas Raider next year. And we're going to talk about which one that's going to be. Maybe my preference, if I even really have one. I love all 3 of these guys. But before we get into that, don't forget, if you guys enjoy these videos, subscribe, hit that little bell notification so you can keep up. Like this video, give me that thumbs up. Get Raider Nation in here and involved. That's your way of giving back. Appreciate you guys, and I do want to remind you again, you're gonna love this place, and you're gonna have this thing pounded in your head whenever you're all done watching my videos. That's gonna be Stage Door Casino. Anytime you guys are in Vegas, like I said, they're closed down temporarily right now, but whenever Las Vegas opens back up, if you make a trip there, if you live there, you might already know about the place. But anytime you go there for anything, stop by Stage Door Casino. These guys are Raider fans, and they support your, I guess, bad habits, which is okay. Stage Door, man, they love loud, rowdy Raider fans. So don't feel like you have to change at the resorts and casinos in Vegas. You can just go on down to Stage Door and be a crazy wild fan. But like I said, we got the big 3. Let's cover it. So opinions are kind of all across the board whenever it comes to these 3. You got CeeDee Lamb, who's pretty much the fan favorite. You got Jeudy, you got Henry Ruggs. And I'm telling you that CeeDee Lamb's a fan favorite because I ran a poll earlier in the week. And out of these 3, there was over 5,700 votes. Over almost 6,000 people voted on this, on which wide receiver you would take. Basically, your favorite wide receiver of the bunch. 68% said CeeDee Lamb, 20% said Jeudy, and 12% said Henry Ruggs. Poor Henry Ruggs, man, didn't get a whole lot of love there. But obviously, CeeDee Lamb is the clear favorite. Let's talk about him first. CeeDee Lamb is going to come in here, man, and I'm not a big comp guy. I don't like to compare a lot of players to previous players because I think every player is their own. But if I had to, I would say he's basically that DeAndre Hopkins type wide receiver when you watch him play. Very handsy. I mean, you see him all over the board. I mean, I love handsy. I don't like a lot of this. I don't like a lot of this, trying to catch things with your body, bring it in. I don't like that. I want guys to go up there and I want them to snag the ball. You like to see that snap, snap. That's what I like to see out of a wide receiver. Handsy. It's my favorite word whenever it comes to, I guess, being a wide receiver. So CeeDee Lamb is just that. He's not the fastest, but he's crafty. And more importantly, he's very crafty after the catch. He's a yakster. I guess those are words from James Jones, who I'm going to actually play a clip later in the episode of James Jones. But CeeDee Lamb, clear favorite across the board. A dude, I mean, everyone wants that number 1, that wide receiver 1. I want that wide receiver 1. This is your wide receiver 1 right here. This is what you think of your prototypical wide receiver 1. Has decent size. He's going to get bigger. He's crafty. He's handsy. And he's going to be that guy that you line up out wide and let him go to work. CeeDee Lamb, everybody. That's going to be it for me. Now, Jeudy myself, I'm not the highest on. I'm not. It's just, I'm not saying he's not a good player. I just haven't myself invested a whole lot into him. For whatever reason, he just hasn't caught my eye as much as the other 2 guys. But Jeudy, I mean, just as much, kind of has that, I mean, and don't get this in a bad way, but kind of that Amari Cooper vibe to me. I'm not saying personality-wise. I mean, a little personality, right? He's a little quiet. He doesn't quite have that same, he doesn't carry the same swagger on the field like a CeeDee Lamb does. But I think he is a pristine route runner. I love watching Jeudy run. And he's going to be another guy that's just like CeeDee Lamb. He can pick up the yards after the catch. He's crafty. Again, not the fastest of the bunch, but he's going to be good. Jeudy is great, in my opinion, and is still, arguably, I'm not going to put him at number 3. I'm going to peg him. I mean, this is kind of a wash for me. All 3 of these guys, I can find equal love between all 3 of them, and Jerry Jeudy is going to be one of those guys. Now, the final guy, the third guy of the big 3, and this is going to be Henry Ruggs, and I'm going to be a little biased because right now, for whatever reason, I just have this crush on speedy wide receivers, and Henry Ruggs running that 4.27 or whatever it was, 40-yard dash at the combine. I think he's faster than that. I think in-game speed faster than that. And I think it's just going to get even better for him. But honestly, in the words of Al Davis, you can't teach speed, and he is a game breaker. And I would love to have Henry Ruggs added in here. And everyone's going to say, okay, what? I can already see the comments. Ruggs isn't a wide receiver 1. Ruggs isn't a number 1. Ruggs isn't this. I get it. Okay. Forget the title wide receiver 1. I'm looking for somebody to complement our other wide receivers. You got Tyrell Williams, a big guy. You got Darren Waller. You got Hunter Renfrow in the slot. What are we missing? We're missing that game breaker. We're missing that guy that can take the top end off the defense. I would have no problem taking Henry Ruggs at 12. Like I said, I'm a little biased. I got a little draft crush. But I'd love to see here. This is what we're looking at. I want to see who, number 4 here. And yes, I love my jersey here with my patches. For those that are probably going to ask in the comments where I got it, kind of had it done myself, I guess. Raider Nation for Life, rnforlifer.com sells the patches. You can get the Captain Patch off eBay. Make your own shirts. Of course, this is the 2019 version. They probably won't have this stuff in 2020. But if you guys are looking for something like that, anyways, like I was saying, out of the big 3, I would take any 3 of these guys. I know you guys are waiting to see my opinion, but I can find equal love for all 3 of these guys. Like I said, Jerry Jeudy's going to kind of, I think, be inserted into that maybe Amari Cooper type, except he won't give up on us like Amari Cooper did, okay? Think of Amari Cooper when he actually wanted to be a Raider. Jerry Jeudy, I think, would love to be a Raider. CeeDee Lamb was born to be a freaking Raider. Come on, man. Whenever he had that 3-touchdown game and he threw on the Blitnikoff jersey, dude, freaking CeeDee Lamb, sign me up right now. Loved it. But Henry Ruggs and that game-breaking speed is obviously, like everyone's already said, he's the Al Davis pick. So all 3 of these guys, I am on board. But to shed a little transparency now, I want to give a shout-out to my girl, Fallon Smith, and her co-host, James Jones. I'm going to show you a little clip here from their podcast. If you guys listen to podcasts, hopefully you do subscribe to this show called Keeping It 300. But let's hear their take on the 3 wide receivers.
I actually think that Ruggs, and there's a lot of talk out there, that Ruggs legit may end up being the first wide receiver taken off the board. People are saying that.
If Ruggs is the first wide receiver taken off the board, then whoever's behind them people taking Ruggs just hit the jackpot with Jeudy and Lamb. Because when you just talk about strictly wide receiver ability, I mean, he's not messing with those 2 dudes. When it comes to route running, when it comes to making the big boy catch, when it comes to breaking tackles, when it comes to he's not those 2 guys. But if you just want a guy that's gonna fly down the field and blow the top off that thing, and yeah, he'll catch some slants every now and then, but he's not better than those 2 dudes in front of him. But if you could get both, win-win.
Okay, but how about if you could only get CeeDee, and when you pick at 19, Jeudy and Ruggs are not available, so now do you change your draft strategy and go to corner?
Now, yes, I got to go get a corner now.
Okay.
If both those guys, I mean, if one of those guys are gone at 19, then yeah, I got to go get a corner. That's what I would do, because I wouldn't stretch and jump up there to get one of these other wide receivers, because I'm looking at fit. And I'm looking at, you got Tyrell Williams, who's fast and can run routes. You got Jeudy or Lamb, who's a big-time playmaker that can run routes. And then you get another guy that can blow the top off it. Then you got Nelson Aguilar coming in there to work the slots. You got Hunter Renfrow coming in there to work the slot. The depth at wide receiver, and we ain't even talking about the run game and the O-line. But if you can't get Ruggs at 19, then you go get a number 1 corner.
So I like that. I get it. Like I said, I'm a little biased towards Henry Ruggs, so obviously we're not going to completely agree on that aspect. I think it's a big 3. Like I said, a lot of people think it's kind of just the big 2. That's obviously where James Jones sits, and I agree. Hey, fan favorite, CeeDee Lamb, can't go wrong. I'd love to have CeeDee Lamb as a Raider. But if it's Jerry Jeudy or if it's Henry Ruggs, I will be just as equally happy. But hey, I'm going to be that guy that the one player that I'm watching to fall, I mean, think about it. I like these other two guys, but for me, the one player I'm going to be watching fall is CeeDee Lamb. And if he falls to us at 12, boom, baby, let's get it. Just win. I love it. So if you guys enjoy these videos, make sure, like I said, subscribe, hit that bell notification for any future videos that are about to drop. And just like the end of that clip said, if the wide receiver is not there, you need to take a corner. So maybe the next video or in the next few videos, I'm going to be doing the same type of thing, but on a first-round corner. Who the guys are. It's not going to be a big three. It's not quite like the wide receiver class, but it's going to be something similar. So, Raider Nation, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Like I said, if you haven't already, give me that thumbs up. Drop a comment in the comment section on who your favorite of the 3 wide receivers is and why, or why I'm wrong. I don't really care. I take criticism just fine. So, I'll see you guys next video.